Welcome to Screen to Speed, powered by INIT Esports. In this podcast, we dive into the journeys of remarkable individuals making waves in sim racing and bridging the virtual with the real. From the thrill of digital circuits to the roar of real life racetracks, we explore the passion, dedication, and innovation that drives the world of motorsports. We'll hear from athletes, creators, and pioneers sharing their stories, insights, and the powerful ways sim racing is connecting communities and creating pathways into motorsports. So buckle up. Screen to Speed starts now.
Right, welcome everyone. Welcome. Happy to see you on INIT Talks today. Welcome everybody. Please welcome Tasha. She's a sim racer, streamer, and YouTuber. And as I know, she's racing in Gran Turismo 7 and Assetto Corsa Competizione. So that means we're going to have really fun interview today with talking a lot about sim racing, and motorsports. Welcome, Tasha.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I love what you guys are doing with the INIT Esports and Screen to Speed. It's so awesome to be a part of it all.
Thank you. So I feel like sim racing is such a game changer for so many people. So can you tell me how did you get into sim racing? How you started your way?
My very first foray into sim racing was I was probably 5 years old on a Commodore 64 playing Test Drive with the keyboard and the little dot on the steering wheel telling you where the steering wheel is pointed, and graphics that look pretty much like Minecraft these days. So
wow.
I started out many years ago. I'm 44 in a couple of days, so that's 39 years I've been playing on sim games.
That's really cool. So I played in Test Drive. There was a second one, Unlimited. It was really fun to play. I really love it. What was your first simulator?
The first actual simulator, so we went out and bought a PS4 for the family, and while we were there doing it, it was Christmas, it was going to be a present. I saw Gran Turismo Sport for like $5 or $10 sitting on the thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'll just grab this, it's cheap. And I've always played racing games and loved them. Like Project Gotham Racing was super fun with motorcycles and cars mixed together. And that's the first place where I ever saw the Nordschleife. I think they called it I can't remember what they called it, but I always mispronounce the Nordschleife because of it. But we got home and Christmas comes around, we get everything set up and the kids play on it and the kids go to bed. And the next thing you know, I plug in Gran Turismo and I'm like, oh my God, this is really cool. I remember Gran Turismo 1 and I was so excited, but sport is like game changer. So I played on it with I've played around with like Race Asylum and a couple other leagues, and everybody was super supportive and like, this is how you get better, and they're talking to me about how to drive with a wheel, and I'm like, I'm sitting here on a controller, I'm like, what is this is not nearly as much fun as it could be. So I went out and bought myself a T150, and the pedals broke, so I went to load cell TLCM pedals, and then that broke, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm done messing around with these cheap wheels. Started searching around, and I got myself a Fanatec CSL Elite from my nephew, and he sold it to me for $400. Porsche 918 RSR replica wheel, load cell V2 pedals, and I got the rig set up in my room. And my daughter moved out, so I actually finally got room for an actual racing rig, and I got it set up in here, and it's nonstop ever since. Every chance I get, I'm sitting in here.
That's awesome. I really started in the same way, so step by step, also improving my equipment. Back in the days, I started with G27 and then switched to TLCM pedals the same way as you did. So now with the T818 direct drive wheel and the same TLCM pedals and better rig, triple, started with a single screen. That was absolute game changer to change to the triple screen for myself, because you actually see more. It's really cool.
Absolutely. I can't wait to go triples and get a PC that'll run the higher end games. Right now I'm working off of a laptop that's 8 years old, I think. And I mean, it was a high end gaming laptop when I got it, but not today. So as soon as I get a chance, I need about $1,200-$1,300 for all I need is the box. I have everything else, and then I can start working into PC sim racing and go for triples and stuff like that. I'm super excited. I was warned about drugs when I was a kid. Everyone's like, "Oh, don't do drugs." And I'm like, you know what? I did the whole, we're in high school, we're in college, and give it a shot, and it's not worth your time, right? But then I started sim racing, and this is what they should have warned me about, because this is where all my money goes.
Yeah, that's a thing which you actually can start, but you never can stop to like improve your rig, improve your gaming room and everything, and you just spend a lot of money on this.
Yeah, there's always something else to buy. My wife wanted me to give her a list for my birthday this year, and I've got neon signs on there. I've got like the Nordschleife wire track, a Lamborghini wire model to put on the wall. Everything that I have on there is like to improve my streaming space. And she's like, "You don't want anything else?" I'm like, "I have makeup, I have clothes, I have shoes. I've got a Dodge Charger. That one's pretty okay. No, I need stuff for sim racing."
Yeah, that's
this
cool.
Is my whole life.
You got the whole list with your wishes for the gaming room.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Speaking about upgrades, what do you want to upgrade next in your gaming room and your sim rig?
So the gaming room is already getting upgrades because my wife is excited about all the presents she bought me. So I'm good on that one for right now. What I really need is either the profile rig or a PC that'll run iRacing and ACC with higher settings and triples. That's my next. Let's go.
That sounds good. So you want to get into iRacing, and I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. And with your experience in ACC already in Gran Turismo, you'll get used to it quite fast.
Absolutely. No, Gran Turismo was like my gig for a long time because I was on PS4, and like I tried doing ACC on PS4, and it's just like it's almost there, but I couldn't get the feel for it. I didn't like it. And when I finally was able to upgrade it onto PS5, I loaded up ACC and I played Gran Turismo when DTR, some friends of mine, when they do their series, I do it for the Scaly Punk Charity Racing Series because it's fun to hang out with all of my friends and we're raising money for charities and good stuff. But for the most part, if I'm sim racing now, I'm on ACC until I get a PC and I can move on.
Yeah, I understand this. It's really good that we got opportunity, like people can race on consoles and they can race on PC as well and can choose like different simulators to jump into some racing. That's a great opportunity, definitely. This is where I really like, because, you know, so many people coming to my stream also asking me, like, can I start from console? Can I, like, play ACC there or something like this? So, yeah. And then the next step when you, like, upgrading to PC, you're getting into iRacing, into higher quality ACC. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm, like, dying to put a custom livery on my car on ACC now.
Oh, yeah. Can you tell me more? You just mentioned the Scaly Punk charity racing. What kind of charities did you do already? And I know that you raise kind of a lot of money for this, and that's great. That's a really good thing what you're doing.
So that was a friend of mine that actually started it, and when it first began, it was called Pleb Charity Racing Series. And it went on for a while. He raised quite a bit of money on it. And then he switched the name up to Scaly Punk around the same time as my team name changed from Blackout Racing to Transmission Motorsport. And that's been about a year and a half. We've raised about $1,200 or so through a series and a couple of endurance special events. We get together. We've got 2 different lobbies. We've got Pro-Am for the fast drivers, and we've got Pro for the very fast drivers.
Mm-hmm.
And last season was amazing. We had a lot of fun doing it. Phil did his first stint doing comms. It was really fun watching him get into it. And I do comms for the Pro lobby because I wasn't fast enough to get into that one. So that's how I found out that I love doing comms.
It's awesome.
But we've raised money for Mind Charity, RAIN, Equality Texas, Cerebral Palsy Alliance, and basically our next one I think is going to be for breast cancer research. But we just look for the most reputable charities that we can and find them on Tiltify and support them all through the season.
This is great that we got. I know a lot of great events for charity in sim racing, and some of them in gaming also. But it's really cool that community is supportive for these charities, and also we get in a lot of people to jump into these races. That's great.
And it's a lot of fun too, because especially when we've got a couple of guys that make custom decals for it, so we've always got a range of custom decals that people can put on their cars with their requirements. And every season we've got 20-30 cars that have different liveries on them that they put so much work into, and it looks so great.
Yeah, custom liveries, that's a good thing in sim racing also.
I can't make the custom liveries. I always ask other people to do it for me because I'm a driver. I can drive and I can talk. Don't ask me to do art.
Awesome. Yeah, my husband taken this from me, so he's also making liveries for me and emotes for my channel. So I'm doing driving and talking a lot.
Nice. I tried to get my wife to help me with some things in it, but she's just no. She plays Sims 4. That's her simulator. She plays Sims 4, and
well, at least
we've got our own sim addiction. It's just they're completely different.
Well, she's investing in your wish list for your gaming room. That's good.
Absolutely. I've invested about $1,500 in her Sims game.
Oh,
so.
That's nice.
I made myself my first rig was I took a piece of countertop off of a job and some plywood, a couple of 2x4s, and then I threw a 8x8 in there because it was just too light and it was sliding around.
Mm-hmm.
And I built myself something that slides in front of the couch with the pedals locked in and the steering wheel on it, and mounted a monitor to it. And that was my rig for nearly a year.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I got it out to play on it, she's like, well, where's mine? I'm like, what do you need a rig for? You're playing Sims 4. So her birthday rolls around and I went out. We had an old table and I cut it up and murdered it and put it back together into a really nice looking thing where it's got her keyboard, her laptop, and mounted a monitor on it for her. Now she's got her own little rig for Sims 4.
Really cool that you're making stuff by yourself, because when we started sim racing, so that was during pandemic for me, and I had oh, the same for you. That's really cool. So I had G27, and when we switched to triple screen, unfortunately didn't have opportunity to just buy the stand for triple, so we made it out the plywood with my husband, and it's still alive. It's on the second rig. It's really cool when you making things by yourself, and I think people just shouldn't be afraid to build something by themselves, because someone like plywood is hard enough to have a really good triple stand, for example, or the rig as well. So at least you can start from something.
Exactly. I mean, anything that you can do to get into it. And if you can't afford a wheel and you can't afford pedals, play on the controller. There are people that are 3-4 seconds faster than me on controller. Like anybody can do anything. That's my favorite thing about sim racing in the world is it's so accessible.
Yeah.
Like, I can't afford to go and buy a real car to race with. I can't afford to take my real car on a racetrack and destroy it because somebody hit me. So I can do it on the game anytime I want to. Oh, it's midnight and I want to go hit a racetrack. Ah, here it is right here. Turn everything on and I'm there.
Yeah, and the main thing, the crashes are free in sim racing.
And the crashes are free.
Yeah. I remember when I did, that was Forza Motorsport, a championship, which I did it on my wheel, and everybody was, were driving with the wheels, but on one event, they invite really fast drivers on controllers, and as you said, they were faster, like by 3-4 seconds than the fastest driver on the wheel. It was really, really cool.
I don't know how they do it. And there's a couple of things. Okay, so on controller, I don't get it because there's like, it's so hard to be consistent with every turn. It's like, oh, I need to turn the wheel this much. But on the controller, it's like, I need to move my thumb this much. It's not moving. It's like, how are you hitting your marks like that? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you. I just, I got no idea how to drive with controller. Like, I can control the car with the stick in the way how I'm doing this on the wheel.
Right, and then the other thing that gets me is, like, I get it, the kids that are younger, jumping into a racing rig and just being able to basically break the rules of physics. Because, you know, in sim racing, you can do things that you can't do in real life, right? So they find the exploits and they're able to correct oversteer or save these wrecks. And I just don't get it because, like, when I'm sitting here, I don't feel the G's slide me over in my real car. I hope there aren't any cops watching. In my real car, I take corners too fast sometimes, and when it starts to understeer, I know exactly what to do and how to handle it. I've come around blind corners and had semi trucks in my lane, and I've had to go into a shoulder that's not wide enough for my car, and I've been able to skim past them and not get hit. Right, but on the sim racing, it's like I can't. There's not the feeling. I can't quite get the speeds that they can, but I'm never going to give up. I'm working on it and constantly improving. So
that's the main thing, to go step by step, as the same way as you're doing with equipment, you're doing the same way with your driving. You just step by step improving. So speaking about your car, do you ever think maybe to take your car and do the test day or something like track day on the real track? And what do you think? Will it be possible for you to ever jump into real life racing?
I will promise you, I am relentless and stubborn. One day I will be in a fast car on a real track. Like, it is going to happen. So my car, no, I've got a lowly V6 2010 Dodge Charger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it can be fun if you've got like a 25-mile-an-hour corner and you're going around it at like 35 or 40. Great. But other than that, it's just a daily driver. I need to get something like even a little Mazda MX-5 or something. I don't care. I'll take anything to a track. But I'm going to be working on getting a car I can take on track.
That's really nice. Do you have any racing tracks where you're living?
Portland International.
Awesome.
You guys had Ms. KB Anderson on here, and I friended her up and got onto her Instagram like instantly, and we've been chatting, and I've actually been invited to go and hang out with her on some of the days because she works on the crew in the pits for the races at Portland International Raceway. So it's my earliest opportunity that she's going to be there. I'm going to go hang out with her and get into the pits and see how everything is really done and meet some drivers, and hopefully by then I can get a racing license and kind of scooch my way into somebody's car somehow.
Yeah, that's good. Do you see that we're getting more women into motorsport and in sim racing as well? And how do you feel by yourself to be a woman in a of course, a male-dominated sim racing and racing as well?
My experience has been an interesting one. I expected not only for it to be like the bro scene where everybody is rude to women or you don't belong here and that kind of thing, and I haven't had that at all. I've met so many amazing people. It's a great place for getting support. Like when I met, or not when I met, because I heard of Sophie and Yvonne both from Race Asylum many years ago, 3 or 4. But when I actually started getting to know them like 6 months to a year ago, I found out about the INIT Esports and Screen to Speed and the whole community of the number of women that want to be involved in it is just amazing. And I love that they've got this welcoming place for us all to come and join and talk, give each other tips, and find new series to race against each other with. And I love it. I think more little girls would be into it if they had the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
And I just love seeing it grow.
I think
women in motorsports is like
yeah, in my opinion, everything starting from childhood. So if young girls, they going to see like more streamers, more sim racers, more girls in racing also, they will have a dream also to get into sim racing one day or into real life racing as well. So that's great, which INIT Esports doing for us, and overall community in sim racing are really friendly. I noticed that also, I've been in real life racing, and it's a more toxic community compared to what we got in sim racing. And to be honest, I'm so happy that I'm in sim racing right now, and Twitch community are pretty and supportive as well. What do you think about Gran Turismo 7 community? So we just been talking with other guests about F1 community. From my side, I was talking about a racing community. So would like to know, how do you feel in Gran Turismo 7?
The Gran Turismo community was great for it being accessible and teaching me the basics and finding people to surround myself with and like feel supported and a part of something. I really wish they would do a little bit more listening to their fan base and, maybe some upgrades, tracks, cars, that kind of thing. But it's not my favorite anymore. I loved Gran Turismo until I got ACC on PS5. Now Gran Turismo is like, I'm going to relax and play with my friends. ACC is like, I must get faster.
Understand this. We all got that kind of games which we play like occasionally with friends, and then simulator where you're really hard racing with everybody. Can you tell me what is your favorite track in the Assetto Corsa Competizione and favorite car as well?
I don't really know for sure about a favorite car yet. I've only really driven the 992. I think it's the 23992 Porsche, and the Lambo Evo 2. So they're two totally different cars to drive. In Gran Turismo 7, when I first started, the Lambo just wanted to kill you, the Group 3 Lamborghini. And the Porsche was super easy to drive. And as the updates came through, the Lambo got nerfed, and now they almost drive the same, but the Porsche drives nicer than Lamborghini does. And then on ACC, it's like the Lamborghini is so much easier to drive than the Porsche. The Porsche just wants to murder you everywhere you go. But I like both of them. They're both a different kind of challenge to get your times down on the track. As far as track is concerned, I really like Imola now that I've had a chance to drive it. Silverstone's a lot of fun, but I really just love the Nordschleife, every different way you can do it. The N24, the Nürburgring GP, it's where you go to relax and drive way too fast. one day I'm hoping to make my way over to Germany and at least visit it, but I'd love to move there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that many people will be jealous for those people who's living next to the Nordschleife and got opportunity to like near every day race here and have a track day.
Oh, I know the jealousy of it. I know a person who lives there and actually works there. And like I saw a video of them repaving part of the track. And so the first thing I did was message her on Discord and be like, "What's this?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it started yesterday and this is what they're doing and they're ruining this corner by adding a curb that's taller." I'm like, "Thanks. You want to sponsor somebody to move down there? Like, I can help you pay rent. I'll drive you to work. Anything I can do, just get me to Germany."
I think that Germany is a really nice country to live in. So I hope you're going to have this opportunity in the future to move into your dream country and be close to Nordschleife.
You know what's funny too is like living where I do in the United States, I feel like if I did go to Germany, it would be like the same, but they speak a different language. From everybody that I've talked to over there, I've got so many German friends. It's almost like the same as the state that I live in. Mm-hmm. The trees look the same, the weather looks the same, everything looks the same, and I'm just like, see, I'm in the right climate, I'm in the right geographical kind of location. I'm just not in the right part of the world.
All right. Talking about your streams, how do you enjoy them? And do you find hard to drive and talk at the same time?
Sometimes driving and talking at the same time is just not my thing. I do my best, but there are times that I'm like in the middle of a race, I'm trying to go as fast as I can and push to the limits, and I see a little chat message pop up over here, and I'm like, "Oh, who's that crash?" So it's been a lot of work trying to find that happy medium of where can I look at my chats and how can I pay attention to my viewers and still not destroy my race. I started streaming just for like posterity's sake, you know, like, oh, there was an incident, I can go back on my stream, I don't have to search through a replay, and my friends could come and watch my laps and stuff like that. It was mostly just to keep track of things and my progress as I was getting better. And then I started getting a couple of followers. I still don't have many, but I started getting a couple of followers that I didn't know. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. I like talking to people. And then we had a commentary person drop out for one of the Scaly Punk charity races. And I was like, I'll do it. And I found myself running my mouth for 2.5 hours, maybe 3. And I was like, this is kind of fun. I like judging other people's driving and talking about it and laughing with the people on chat. So I was like, okay, I'm going to make this like a side gig. It's a good thing for racers to do sim racers to do when they don't feel like sim racing, or just to engage with the fan base. So that's when I got into commentary, but I really love it. I'm starting to find my, my groove so that I can stream, manage talking with chat, and not completely destroy my race. Early on, I had anger and temper issues because I just didn't have the consistency, you know, going around the track. Besides the fact that I'm streaming, I wasn't that great anyway. And so I would get upset and the rest of my race would get ruined. So over the last probably 8 months to a year, I've been tempering that down so that it's like, okay, this happened. I missed my braking point and slid into the grass. I didn't destroy my car. I'm still in the race and I'm going to keep going until it's over. And I'm just not going to be mad, because what happens when you get mad? You start making mistakes. You're trying to overdrive the car. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I can get closer to that sausage. No, I can't. So there is no closer to the sausage that I was driving before. Now my car is bouncing off into the wall on the other side of the track. So and staying calm, keeping cool, just keeping everything smooth. That's the whole goal of it, and just getting better every day. Well, I hope it's every day.
Well, it's really hard sometimes to find this focus on track instead of focus on chat. So I'm struggling as well with this. But it just gets better with some practice because you just like, if you got a really competitive race, I'm going to be focused on the track instead of focusing on chat. So you just let know viewers and everything is fine. So everybody really understandable in this, and it's really cool because sometimes you can just be in really hard fight on track and not talk for like, I don't know, 10 minutes or something like this, and everybody going to be silent with you watching your race. It's really cool.
Right. And I always expect it's like, okay, I'm struggling right now. I need to focus and catch up or find my markers again and just like get back into the zone. And I'm always like, okay, well, by the time I'm done being silent, doing my thing, I'm going to look over and it's going to be empty, and it's not. Like, they're not here just to talk to you. Like, they're here to watch how you're racing, the lines you're taking. They're here to learn from your mistakes too, because even the aliens make mistakes. I know one of the guys that hasn't streamed much, but he just started streaming. I met him trying to get into my first ACC league, and I was like, I'm not really very good, but I would love to try this driver swap series thing that they've got going on. And I found out you can do driver swaps, like really real driver swaps on ACC. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, oh no, it's cool. Just please don't try to go too fast. Don't run into people and stay smooth. If you can just stay smooth and focus, I don't care how things end up. I just want to see you improve. And that's been like everybody's attitude that I've talked to so far. And I've gone from 10 seconds behind the pace on ACC to I'm a good mid-pack to tail end of, well, above that. Tail end of the good drivers and mid-pack driver now. Mm-hmm. And it's only been 2 months since I've been playing ACC. So Gran Turismo did teach me a lot.
I'm pretty sure that...
I'm not going to knock Gran Turismo too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Gran Turismo gave you a good base for sim racing and to drive in ACC and in racing in the future as well. It's really cool that you got this experience, and right now you making good improvements.
Yeah, and people laugh a lot when I say this, but I'm like, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and there's been instances where I'm driving on a real road and it's wet and it's early morning, and I live near this highway that it's like the most dangerous highway in the state where I live. And I've seen literally an accident every other day for a year before on this highway. And one day I'm driving down the highway and I look up. I don't look up. I'm just like, come around the corner, and the next thing you know, all I can see are these headlights that are about the same height as the roof of my car. And I didn't freak out. I wasn't scared. I was just like, oh, I need to go around him. And when I was done, I was like, okay, so I didn't hit the guardrail on the right side. I didn't break my mirror on the semi truck that was 100% in my lane coming around this corner. I can't attribute my calmness or my reactions to anything other than sim racing. That's like the reaction times and being so used to being like stressing yourself out over how you're driving or how you're going to take this corner or how you're going to handle your car. In real life, you're doing a quarter of the speed half the time or less. And so when something dangerous does happen, there's no thinking involved. You can react, and you know that it's safe to do this because your car's not even close to the limit. So why can't you just like whip it over real quick?
Yeah, in my opinion, people who driving on the road, they should jump into whatever, sim racing or maybe some like extreme driving to just teach these reactions. Yeah, as you said, and it's really helped me. It's like it saved me, a couple of times on the road when I was driving the car. And that's a good thing which you notice, that sim racing help you in the driving in real life as well.
Yeah, just knowing the feel of the car. It's like the first time I ever got understeer in a car that I was driving in real life. I had never like driven with the simulator, like the wheel and everything. And even if I had, it would have been what, 40 years ago, before they had such a thing as force feedback or pedals that like actually had real load cell feel to them or anything like that. And when my car started understeering, it was like pure panic moment. And it's like, okay, what do I do? Oh, hit the brakes. Oh, that's not helping. Let off the brakes some. Oh, try the gas. Let's try steering less. No, that's not going to help. And you just don't know what to do when you get into that situation until you've like really been there. And when you practice it every day, something happens and there's no question, there's no thought, there's, oh, this is how I handle that situation.
Yeah, in my opinion.
So yeah, why don't they make simulators like part of courses for driving, getting your driver's license?
Yeah, exactly. I think that should be a part of it, because you get in really good skills, which can save your car, your life on the road, and it's great. And in my opinion, a lot of accidents which happen on the roads, that just because people panic and they don't know what to do in this situation, and that's it. As you said, like you was panic a little bit when you had understeer with your car in real life, yeah, and this is exactly what happening with people, and no wonder, because they absolutely got no experience in such a situations.
Right, so you don't know what to do. The first thing you're going to do is panic and wreck your car.
Yeah.
So the only real life wreck that I've ever been in, that we're not going to count the one that was half on purpose. I was on that dangerous highway that I was telling you about. This other one, right? Same highway. And they were doing road work on there. And I pulled up behind the semi. It's a flagger. And I'm like, I hate this highway. I'm going to give myself a semi length between me and the truck. Someone's going to come by and hit me. I just know it. And 3 days in a row, I'm stopping at this flagger. And finally, the third day, I stop. I hit the flashers. I check the mirror. Okay, there's somebody stopped behind me. I'm safe now. See what time it is. Click the phone. As soon as I started reaching towards my phone, I hear this screech. And I was like, okay, number one, he was speeding. Number two, we're all going to get hit. So I was like, all right, I need to be able to control my car. So I don't want to have the brakes on too tight. So I put the car in gear. I let off 3/4 of my brakes so that they were just barely holding me in place. And he dodged the car behind me. This is awesome because he's in this giant Toyota Tundra, right? You got this much space, and his truck is this big. He bounces off the guardrail, completely misses the car behind me, smashes in the tail of my car, and if I had reacted any differently, I probably would have ended up in the oncoming traffic that was flying by like nothing's happening. But instead, I was able to control my car, and it's like, okay, kept it inside my lane, and I didn't hit the truck because I gave myself space. And so more things that I'm learning, I'm applying things that I've learned to sim racing to situations you don't even experience in sim racing. Because if you hold your brakes too much, how much control do you have over your car? If you're spending all of your traction braking, you can't turn. And so the second I knew something was wrong, those are the thoughts that went through my mind. And it was just like, okay, this is how I'm not going to die.
So, return back to sim racing a little bit. I want to ask you, how do you prepare for your races, and what races do you do usually in ACC? Maybe that's some kind of league which you can suggest to people who are starting in ACC, or like that just multiplayer races?
As far as leagues are concerned, Dream Team Racing has some great GT7 leagues. Awesome guy. The people who started it, one of them is German, one of them is Irish. some of my best friends now. They run usually one season a year, and depending on the number of the amount of interest they get, they'll have 3 lobbies going, sometimes 4. And so we've got skill levels from I just got this game and I'm learning how to drive on it, to I'm not even going to bother trying to race this person because they're so freaking fast. They lap me in 3 laps. And like, this is just, I will learn from them. I will watch them, but I'm not going to compete with them. So Dream Team Racing is really cool. Scaly Punk Charity Racing is also really cool because we do the same thing. We split up the lobbies by skill level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually 40-minute races. It's pretty much the go-to on GT7. Since I started ACC, my first series that I started, it was supposed to be like a 2 or 3 hour driver swap thing, where it's like, oh, I'm going to drive for an hour out of this. And it turns out that one got canceled because there wasn't enough interest. And then I saw they had another one, and it cost a little bit of money to join. But once you pay money, they can't cancel it. So I started a 4.5 hour driver swap series. And so I'm doing that with Phil Hooligan. And I've got my friend Neil the Seal, Neil Wright. He's part of Infinity Racing League, IRL. They've got a Discord server also. And they are partnered up with ACC Consoles. I'm sure if you've ever played ACC and you look up the online lobby list, ACC Consoles is like all over it. They've got tons of lobbies on there. They do a time trial where they set up the track for the month, and anybody can go and join on it. There's no password, and you can see how you stack up against however many people enter it. I think I was 43rd out of 115 the last one I was able to take time and do. So that's not bad. Like I said, I'm mid to little bit better than that pace. So those are really good leagues. And then there's another one coming up. It's going to be an IMSA Endurance Racing, and it's going to be a mixed class that's run by ACC Consoles as well. And so I want to have an all-female team for this one. So I asked Yvonne to join me on that one. And anybody else who is interested, I think we can have up to 3 or 4 drivers. Mm-hmm. So any other ladies out there want to get in on this, let me know.
Yeah, so you can message Tasha.
Oh, right. It is on PS5 though. It's not PC, unfortunately. But yeah, no, basically I want to get as good as I can, so I drive everything that I can. I wasn't very good at ACC when I first started it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to join this series because I suck. I'm going to be like, I'm going to go join this series and see how well I do and see how much I can learn from them. I didn't progress from a pleb to where I'm at now, a better pleb, by sitting on the sidelines and not participating. Jump in. Everybody's going to help you out. If you have questions, ask in a Discord server, ask on the racing server, and guaranteed you're going to make friends, and someone who is alien pace is going to be like, here, let me help you. I'll teach you a couple of things about this and you'll be faster. And then the other part of it is giving up. I'm never going to give up, right? Every now and then I get into this position where I start feeling content being like, I'm not going to improve any more than this. This is just going to be my pace. And that's usually about the time that I gain a second on my laps. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, now that I'm content, all of a sudden, poof, I'm faster. I'm like, whoa. Okay, so maybe we need to relax while we're doing this too. This isn't about stressing yourself out and gripping as tight as you can. This is about flow. Like, you want to be smooth and learn from everybody. That's what we do.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. So good thing which you said that when you relax, you're like, boom, gaining 1 second, and it's really working because you just stop to push yourself too hard and stop to like focus too hard on things which you're doing with driving, and you just relax and let your brain to do all things on track, and it's really working. Do you like endurance racing more compared to sprint racing? And if yes, what do you like the most about endurance racing or sprint racing, if you prefer this one?
My favorite, yeah, I really do love the endurance racing, especially the driver swap endurance racing, because you're working together with someone else. So you're not going to set the car up for you. They're not going to set the car up for them. You have to work together and find a setup for the car, because you can't swap the setup when you get to the pits. The pit stops themselves and trying to communicate with the other driver, set up tire pressures for the swap and stuff like that makes it more interesting. Just being there, having a teammate in your ear. They can watch you the whole time on ACC, especially in like, if there's something you're doing every lap that you're not catching, they can give you advice on it. Or, I really love the AI on ACC where it tells you, it's like, oh, car on the right. Oh, clear on the right. Don't ever trust that thing, because half the time all it did was move over 2 inches to the right and it's still there. So you still got to be careful. But when you have somebody with you, they can spot those cars, or you don't have to watch your mirror because they can tell you someone's coming up behind you. You don't have to watch the time so much in the bottom corner trying to see what the deltas are, because you've got someone to do that for you. You can focus and drive. And then my other favorite thing about the endurance races is they last longer. I don't want to jump in my rig and compete for 40 minutes. I want to push myself. I want to be going. I want to be driving. I want to drive for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. If I had my way, I would do it for a job, and I would probably drive 4 or 6 hours a day. But I'm not there yet.
Do you like the part of endurance racing where you counting fuel and do some management with the schedule? Are you doing this by yourself, or are you more dedicate this to your teammates?
I'm just starting in it. I've only done, I can't remember if we've done 1 or 2. I think we've only gotten 1 done so far. Like I said, I've only been doing this for 2 months, and the endurance races run once a month. So the next one is coming up this Saturday. It'll be streamed on my YouTube. And it's at Spa, and I've got decent times there, so this should be a good one to watch. But Phil and I are working together on a setup, and actually I've got Neil Wright coming to drive this one with me. Another awesome guy. But we work together to find a setup that we can all drive. And then when it comes to fuel calculation, I enjoy doing it. I'm a math person. I went up to math 350 or something like that when I was in college. And the only reason I stopped doing it is because my baby was born too early. And so I had to drop a class, lost financial aid, and no more school for me. But I love math. I love physics. I love thinking. So now I'll look at liters per lap and how much time is left and what my lap times are, and do the math in my head as quickly as I can. Usually right now I'm doing it all on the fly. I'm hoping that not this coming race, but the race after and the one after that, I've got a better grasp on how it works in ACC, and I can actually plan driver stints. And okay, we're starting with 70% fuel, 70 liters fuel, whatever, and then this is how much we're going to fuel each time we come in. And I like to strategize. It's a lot of fun. I don't like to do it by myself because I'm not racing alone. When you've got a team of people racing, everybody needs to have input, right? It's like anything else. But no, that's another one of the things that I really love about endurance racing is all the strategies and bouncing ideas off with somebody else, practicing with them, and just fine-tuning how you're driving together. The sprint races are fun. As far as preparing goes, I used to practice 2 hours a day, every day before the race, trying to get ready for that race. And I went through about a month where I didn't have time to practice at all. And I did better. I was like, from now on, my practice is going to be doing whatever I want, wherever I want. And then on the day of the race, for the sprint race, I'm just going to jump in, do 5 laps and wing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's worked for me. I'm doing better on GT7 doing it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also putting in more time on ACC. I think the better you do on ACC, the less you need to try on GT7, right? And so I'm getting a lot better at that one. ACC preparation, I work at that. I've got this. I started a 1-hour series with TJC Gaming, also another great guy, super inclusive. You can join his races while he's streaming. It's a lot of fun. But I started joining his 1-hour races, and it's like I'll practice for like 2 hours throughout the week, come up with some kind of a setup, and then not worry about it until the day of the race. And then the 4.5-hour races, I'm like fine-tuning a setup and working with my team probably once a week-ish for a month until it comes up and it's time for the race. And it's like, okay, within 3 days before the race, I do about an hour drive just so I can see what the tires are going to do, see what the temperatures are going to do, try different weather settings, because it's not like GT7 where they tell you the weather settings. Usually these guys are like, what's the real world weather? And you don't even know till the day of half of the time. I mean, you can get a guess. I looked up the weather last time and it was like, oh, sunny. Nah, it was cloudy and nearly raining. So that's what our lobby looked like. So ACC, I put in a little bit more preparation. Gran Turismo 7 now, like I said, I just don't worry about it anymore. It's for fun. So I don't prepare at all. I jump in the day of and it's like, okay, this is how we're doing it.
Yeah, sometimes it's really good to have just jump into the race, have fun, and not think about anything about practice or something like this. Can suggest you a little thing about practice. It's working for me. I don't know, you can try it for yourself as well. So usually I'm practicing 1 hour, 2 hours. I'm going to have like another 1 day before the race. So I'm not doing the practice on that day. And I know during the night, my brain collects all the info. And the next day when I'm doing short practice, maybe 30 minutes or something like this, I'm just getting faster. And it's really cool. Trying to not to do a lot of practice during the race day, as I'm, feeling tired, especially when we're doing endurance races. You really need this energy, and you need a lot of energy for your stints, because sometimes you're doing, in a racing, we're doing double stints. So you 1 hour plus driving in the car, 2 hours sometimes. So yeah, you can try, do practice, then relax, and then take little practice to just settle down things in your mind, and then jump to the race next day, something like this.
Absolutely. Actually, that it's funny that you say that, because the ACC console server, I think it was Kielami that they had the time trial going on, and that was also going to be the first endurance race that I was doing, and I was still brand new with the game. I hadn't really practiced anything else. So one night I was like, I'm going to get better in this time trial. I'm going to get my name into the top 50, right? And so I spent that night doing laps and laps and laps and laps. And it's like, okay, I've got a good feel for the flow of it and how I'm going to go. And this is great. Went to bed, and my eyes shot open at about 6:30 in the morning. And I had this dream that I had gotten whatever time 2 seconds faster than what I was doing the night before. And I was like, let's go give this a shot. So get out of bed at 6:30 in the morning, come turn the rig on. I jumped on, and within 2 laps, I nailed that 2 seconds faster lap. And it was just the processing of, okay, this corner complex I'm coming into, it's I need to stop worrying about hitting the apex on the way through. I need to stay wide there so that it's easier to hit the next left-hand corner. And it came to me in a dream. As ridiculous as it is, yes, I was dreaming, and I figured out how to drive faster in my sleep.
That's amazing. And it's a lot better to just when you're stuck on your lap time, you just go relaxed, and then like everything will come to you in the morning, and you'll do like 2 seconds faster, or 1 second faster, or something like this. So working all the time.
Right. And one of the other things that I use is, so do 300 laps at Kyalami trying to get your time right, and all you're doing is frustrating yourself because it's not, all you're doing is overdriving the car. You're not learning anything. You're not doing any better. What's a track that you are good at? Go play somewhere else for a little while. Like, I was like, I haven't tried the Nürburgring on, or the Nordschleife on ACC yet. Let's go see what that one's like. Ooh, it is not the same as it is on GT7. But I still really love it. And so I go play on the Nordschleife for a little while and go back to the other track, and it's like, oh, this corner looks completely different now. I'm like, all right, I can brake another 4 meters later here. Let's do this.
Yeah, sometimes.
So yeah, clear the brain. It's like when you're out tasting wine or tequila in my case. You taste one, you have a little cleanser, and then you taste the other one, right? Switch it up a little bit. It helps you learn.
Yeah, sometimes you just need some fresh air to get in, and then you just jump with a better energy to the track, and you're like, oh, yes, I can do this corner a lot better now. And yeah, it's working all the time as well.
Yeah, sometimes a good break is what it takes. The whole not practicing until the day of, like I said, it came about from a month where I just didn't have time to practice. And both of the races that came up for that series, it was like, meh, I don't care if I lose. I got on, I did like 3 laps for practice, and then qualification started, and I was like, yeah, let's see how it goes. And, you know, I didn't practice at all, so I qualified mid-pack, and I'm like, yep, it's all right. Just don't hit anybody and try and have clean race and do your best. Who cares what happens? And the next thing you know, you're second place or leading the race, and it's like, wow, I should relax more often.
Some good advices for people who are jumping into sim racing for the first time. That's nice, thank you.
And the other, and along with that is, like, if you're just getting into sim racing, don't get on and start trying to go as fast as you can. There's no reason to. You're not, all you're going to do is overdrive your car and frustrate yourself. What you want to do is go out and drive it like you're learning a new neighborhood. Go around it a few times at a safe speed where you know you can make the corners and start getting a flow for how you want to drive it. And as you're doing this, you're going to slowly speed up, and you're going to start remembering where you're at. Nordschleife took me 6 months to stop botching 3 of the corners because I was like, oh, I'm at this corner. Nope. That corner isn't until the last half of the track. But you just want to get the lay of it. And as you're doing this, and as you're slowly learning the track, you're going to start going faster and faster, and you're not going to be pushing or overdriving your car. It's just your comfort level is going to grow, and you're going to be smooth, and you're going to be faster by starting out going slower. And it's that one piece of advice that everybody tells you, you never want to believe it, but slow is faster.
Yeah, that's
slow in, fast out, hit your apex, hit your markers,
yes,
and relax.
Exactly, this is what you have to do. And also a good thing to just look at replay and see how wide you go in, if you're using the whole track, and if you got opportunity to watch on the telemetry and analyze with someone who's faster, maybe you got teammate or someone like this. That's also a really good thing to do, because you can compare with someone and you see where you maybe doing differently. Some corners you might do better than your teammate, for example. Some corners you can learn from your teammate, and it's a great thing as well about sim racing, that we got open telemetry and we got a lot of opportunities to watch other people replace. This is not what happened in real life in many series, unfortunately, but we just have to use these tools which we got in sim racing.
Absolutely. One of the things I love about sim racing is the accessibility to all of the information. You're struggling on a track and you've got a league race coming up and you just don't know why you can't get any faster. Pull up YouTube. Find somebody who's faster. There's a lot of good YouTubers out there that you can watch their lap times. You can figure out their braking points. You can figure out what gear they're in for each corner. That's a big recommendation. I know automatic is easier to work when you first start sim racing. Just figure out a way to get a manual in there. When I was on controller, I used like X and square for shifting, and the triggers were gas and brake, and steering was the left stick. Now that I got the wheel, of course, I got the paddle shifters on it, so that's nice. But the automatic, you just don't have the options for gear changes in corners. Sometimes it'll have you in third gear when really you need second to get the rotation for the car. But that's another thing you can learn from them is what gear they're using through corners. What are you doing to get rotation from the car? And what are you doing to stop the rotation and get on the power on the way out? And sometimes you want a lower gear to get into the corner, and you want to shift up when you hit the apex so you can get on the power right away and it doesn't spin you out. It gives you a little bit of understeer and pushes you out to the curb. See, that's why I love sim racing. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
There's so much nuance in it.
That's true.
We can pick it apart all day long.
Yeah. Speaking
and
about
talk about seating positioning.
Sorry.
No, I was half kidding, but it's like, you want to talk about seating position? You want to be able to like set your wrist on fully extended out, and then when you grab your wheel, you want your arms to be about 90 degrees. You don't want to be stretched out like this trying to drive, and you don't want to be all like this where you don't have any movement. And it's every little thing about this means something.
Yeah, especially driving position is a really good thing. You know, I was struggling with the trail braking. I was losing a little bit everywhere to the fastest drivers in iRacing. And the one thing which I did, I just did move my seat backwards by one click, and I fixed completely this trail braking, and you know, I'm going faster right now. And that's exactly crazy about sim racing. Like every little things counting to your better lap times on track. So I agree with you in this.
It's like every stupid little thing affects it. Like, okay, so GT7, when I was driving bumper cam because it just makes the most sense really for GT7. The way that I have everything set up, I basically have the whole dashboard. So my steering wheel is here, and then this is where the homemade rig comes in again. So I have an actual rig, but I took a different piece of that same countertop and I attached it to my monitor brackets, and then I attached it to the wheel mount so that I could adjust my wheel farther back to get my legs farther away from the pedals and be able to adjust my seat more. And so it's just another aspect of adjustability there. It's I had this issue though getting into ACC. I really wanted to drive cockpit view. I always have. It makes more sense. It's immersion, right? Like you have more reference points. In my car, I know that if the right-hand side of my windshield wiper, the little knobby, is touching the white line on the right-hand side, that my tires are on the white line on the right side. I know exactly where my car is. On GT7, it's like, oh, it's about right here on the screen. And as long as I have this thing mapped up there, that spot is where the edge of it is. But when you cockpit view, it's like, it's always there. You have all of your reference marks for the car. You can figure out exactly where everything is on it. So with the new seat, I'm raised up a little bit more, and I've got a 55-inch screen that it goes up to way too tall. So I wasn't able to get into any other view besides bumper cam on ACC even, because I would have been looking like this while I was trying to drive. And you don't want that. You want to be looking straight ahead. Everything matters in sim racing, everything matters. So now that I've got a comfortable seat that I feel like is hugging me, I love it. I'm raised up just a little bit higher. I was able to get my settings, and now I'm racing in cockpit view. And you know how your lap times always suffer when you first switch views because you're not used to the braking markers? Took me 1 lap to beat my previous time.
Wow.
I did 1 lap and I was like, okay, I see where everything is. I did another lap and I was like, all right, 2 seconds. I got this.
Yeah, that's
It's always 2 seconds with me too. I don't beat it by a half second. I beat it by 2 seconds.
That's what a right driving position is about. So you just get in comfortable position. You like, wow, I can be faster, you know, because you actually just got more confidence in your braking. You got more confidence when you're going on throttle back, and overall, you're just feeling comfortable in your rig, and it's really important.
Yeah, one of the next things I gotta. So this is a huge mess of an organizational thing right here, right now. But one of the next things I got to do is figure out what to do with this. I mean, when I'm driving, it's. But if I have it over here, then nobody can hear me. If I have it over here, my arm's hitting it. So, you know, it's a work in progress. Now, you got to see this, though. And it's okay if you laugh. I laugh all the time. So that's the desktop that I use to extend everything.
Oh, that's nice.
This is about my view of the screen when I'm driving. It's like craning your head way up to see that. So this is my eye level. And this is my streaming setup over here. It's a mess of a jumble of wires because I have to use way too many devices tethered together to make everything work. So my 10-year-old laptop, I used the tablet down here for voice chat.
Mm-hmm.
On this side, I was donated a couple of pieces of the 80-20, 80-40 rig, whatever, with the keyboard mount, but they don't mount on this, so I had to. You see all the weirdness I got going on down here? I found a way to attach weirdness to my tube whatever rig because, you know, you can do anything you want. All you need is to want it. Start working on it. There's always a solution. I have a problem. I will find a solution. This stupid thing is in my way. Don't worry about it. Give me a couple of weeks. It's going to be mounted probably over on my keyboard stand.
Yeah, that's
It'd be nice if it could sit somewhere, you know, or it was like in front of me, but yeah, no, that ain't gonna work either.
You know, while we're talking, my mouse just stopped to work. I think I can figure it out. Working? Yeah, just not responding. I know why.
Oh, I love it when that happens.
Yeah, you know, it's really funny when you got everything ready, like you check everything and you start stream, and here's something going wrong all the time.
I used to prepare everything from my stream the night before, right when I was getting ready to go to bed. Okay, sound check, mic check, screen check, Streamlabs check, get everything just set up perfectly. And then the next day I would go to stream and none of it would be working. So I've given up on getting things set up the day before. Now I'm just like, okay, whatever. I can wing this in 10 minutes. I got it.
Yeah, I'm so curious. You got this beautiful black Jackson guitar on your background. So can you tell me a little bit about it? And you're playing some music, and what kind of music do you play?
I have been a metalhead since the day I was born. At first, it wasn't the same kind of metal because it was the 80s, and you know, it just wasn't the same. But I always wanted to learn how to play guitar. I learned about, I don't know, when I was 12 years old, I think, I started actually learning how to play. And been playing on and off ever since. I'm not great, but my kid decided he wanted to learn how to play bass guitar. And what better to motivate him than sitting and jamming with him? So I went and borrowed a guitar. The air quotes aren't because I stole it. It's because this person decided that he was going to loan it to me, but he didn't care how long I have it. So basically, he gave me this guitar. It's Jackson with the Floyd Rose. And when I looked it up and figured out how much this thing costs, it's between $700 and $1,200. So $900 worth is just about right. But I pick around on it a little bit. And what I'm thinking about doing is, I don't want copyright strikes. I can't find a way to get good music for intro videos and stuff like that without paying. Let's see, I want it in this moment because, number one, she's a goddess. Number two, she's amazing. She has an amazing voice, and I love her music and the what's it called? The messages behind what she's singing. It's like super strong woman, powerful, just amazing. So listen to In This Moment if you like metal. And I'm struggling to find that. So my next purchase is going to be an audio input so that I can go from guitar direct into my computer, record some riffs along with a video, and now I can make my own intro video with metal sounds that aren't copyright. And I don't have to search for years and years and years to find something that is copyright free.
That's great. Really cool to see. I actually noticed that people who's in sim racing, they also in some other hobbies, like maybe in flight simulators, in music. Yeah, and it's really cool to know you from different sides.
There's lots of different things I'm interested in, but mostly I just want to sim race and find my way into the real racing world. I recently, a year ago, I got injured. I've been in construction my whole life. So you want to know how to build something? You need something built. I can basically do anything. I work with CAD software. I can engineer a house. I can engineer a deck. I've built everything from running heavy equipment all the way through finishing touches on the house when the homeowner was moving in. I can do it all. But I want to be the best at everything, and I want to be the fastest at everything, and I want to just be amazing at everything. So I worked myself to death. I now have a back injury. I walk with a cane, and my doctor's telling me that they want me to start walking with a walker. So that is gone. No more construction for me. And I'm currently in trying to change careers and transitional period. So finding a way to get into something to do with sim racing, doing commentary, not really promotions for somebody because I'm not so great with the artwork kind of thing, but working behind the scenes for something to grow women in sim racing, people with differently abled people getting into sim racing, because I just have this passion. If somebody wants to do something, they should be able to. And so I'm looking at all these different things that I can try and start doing as a career change and find a way to make money off of it. But I forgot why I started saying that. What were we talking about right before that?
We were talking about about your guitar music, and that you
interests.
Interests, yeah.
So yeah, I've got all these interests and nowhere to put them now. So I'm spending a lot of time trying to find scoosh my way into a new career somehow, with something that I love, and probably going to be spending a lot more time. Luckily, my mother-in-law lives in Portland. I know most people wouldn't say, oh, I'll go visit, but I'm like, number one, she's not that bad. Number two, she lives at the same place as Portland International Raceway, which if I spend enough time there, I might be able to find my way onto a team, Even if it's not racing, I could sit behind a TV screen and relay information. I'm really good at talking.
Yeah, we can see this. You're awesome in this.
I'm trying to tell. Is that an insult or a compliment?
All right. And before we wrap up, the last question for you will be, do you have any big plans for your YouTube channel and for streaming? Are you planning maybe to expand and stream on Twitch as well alongside with YouTube?
My goal right now is to get monetized to the point where I can afford to not have to put money into things like dual streaming. If my streaming was paying for things like a dual stream through Streamlabs, then I would already be going on to Twitch. So I'm working towards it paying for itself to grow. It hasn't happened yet, but it will. Besides that, most of my streams right now are either comms for other people racing or me racing in a league.
INIT Esports focuses on sim racing events and digital tournaments. They bring esports content to fans and sponsorship opportunities to brands while maximizing audience reach across multiple sports, industries, and platforms. INIT Esports is a woman-led company where diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility is in their DNA. And their platform aims to combat bullying and cheating to help make the esports world as safe and fair as possible. To learn more, be sure to log on to www.initesports.gg or follow them on social media at INIT Esports. Join their Discord, check out their YouTube channel, or follow their live content via Twitch.
This episode has been brought to you by Gran Turismo Motorsports as part of our Motoring Podcast Network. For more episodes like this, tune in each week for more exciting and educational content from organizations like the Exotic Car Marketplace, the Motoring Historian, Break Fix, and many others. If you'd like to support Gran Turismo Motorsports and the Motoring Podcast Network, sign up for one of our many sponsorship tiers at www.patreon.com/GT Motorsports. Please note that the content, opinions, and materials presented and expressed in this episode are those of its creator, and this episode has been published with their consent. If you have any inquiries about this program, please contact the creators of this episode via email or social media as mentioned in the episode.